Like,
Oh god, I kind of didn't really mind. Like, I didn't really care about getting bullied that much. I only
yeah,
cared when like they tried to like beat my ass or put their hands on me.
yeah. Oh my god. There was one time
Otherwise, I
I
just did not give
punched
a
this
fuck.
guy in the head, and like, I guess he didn't think I was capable of doing that. So he got like really shocked, and he was like, "Did you just punch me?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Ah," and he walked off, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Like I shouted at him, and I like shook him a little, cause he kept on like in swimming class he would get water in his mouth and spit it on me, and I'm like,
Ew,
that's
the
fucking gross.
fuck.
And then he would go underwater and try pull my trunks down, and I got like
Okay, that's fucking. That's weird. Yeah, that's
yeah,
weird as fuck.
yeah. So I was like, nah,
That is
bro.
weird as fuck.
It got to a point, and I just like shook him like on his shoulders. I was like, "Grr," and I shouted at him. I was like, fuck off. And then he never did it again, and he never talked to me again. And I kind of felt bad because like he was fine as a
Nah,
person,
that's
but
weird as
like.
fuck. Deserved. Deserved. Trying to pants me underwater got me fucked up. You look at it and kick you until you drown, bro. The fuck?
Dude.
I would get bullied a lot in like middle school specifically. For some reason, my sister was an L ass sister for like the first like fucking 20 years of her life. Okay, she like had like her friends make fun of me with her. Like she was not a great sister. And one of the kids that she would skateboard with, like the hood rat friends she would hang around, like went to my middle school and had a bunch of friends there. So they would pick on me. And like I don't know why. I think because my sister would do it. I don't know, but they would pick on me and they would like always like talk shit to me or whatever in gym class and any other class we had, but it was mostly gym class. And I would just like be stoic, like just look at them, not react, right? Like not react. And this is why I truly believe people that say just ignore your bullies are fucking bullshit, because I did that shit every fucking day for like years and they still fucking bully me, bitch. So then, since that didn't work, I thought they would get bored and move on to somebody else. Because there was this other kid named like Armando that they would bully that would always react like crazy, like be like, "Oh, guys, stop it!" Like he was like the movie character that is easy to bully in real life, and they for some reason were fucking with me still, and I was just stoic. And so then eventually, what they started doing is like they started like stealing my shit. So like they would like at the end of gym class, we would all put our backpacks on the bleachers in the gym, like on the top, and they would like empty my backpack out all around the gym, so I'd be fucking late to my next class. Or then that when that didn't work or whatever, and the gym coaches were like, I swear to God, we're like fucking blind, deaf, like had no senses and just did not see this shit happening. Because I was like, hello, do you not have eyes?
Yeah.
Um, and so then what they started doing, and this was the final straw for me personally, okay? Every like Friday we had to run a mile, right, in middle school, every Friday. And I would always bring like a water bottle, right? And I would always, it would be like one of the plastic ones. I would bring a special one of those just for one day so that like I had a nice crisp water afterward, you know what I'm saying? Because the water
Mm,
fountains taste like fucking chlorine. And I would bring
yeah.
that in addition to my normal water, so I had like an extra water just for that because I would chug that shit. And I would put it in my cup holder. And they started taking that water and stealing it from me on run day after the run. And I was like, bro, that's not cool because like I really wanted that water because I'm fucking winded. I'm tired. Like, what the fuck? And then one day I found out they sold it to one of my friends. So they were taking it and selling it to people. I was like, what the fuck? So then what I started doing is I started putting it in my actual backpack and zipping it up so they didn't see it. So they didn't think I had any, right? But
Mm.
that didn't stop them. They still reached in my bag and were stealing it. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, yo, like I can't even. And I like confronted them. They kept doing it. I told the gym coach. Gym coach was like, well, beep boop, beep boop. I'm incompetent. He ha. One of my gym coaches said I should just punch him and that he would cover me if I punched him. And I'm like, that's not really like gonna fix the problem. And also, this kid definitely could have beat my ass respectfully. Like he was crazy. And so I was like, bro, what? So I had a trainer at the time, and he was like, yo, you should just like get a water, drink a bunch of water, pee in a water bottle so it's clear, and just put it in your backpack and have them steal it and they'll drink it. And I was like, that's
Oh
kind of
my.
fire because you can't say I
Oh.
tricked them into drinking the water. You can't say I gave it to them. They stole my property and they fucked around and they found out. So I'm innocent, if anything, real shit, right? Like, like I didn't. They weren't supposed to be taking my water. So you take it. That's your problem. So I did that. I did that, and I remember I watched him take it out of the bag. He took a sip of it, and I remember him looking at me or like looking around, and he took a sip and he immediately spits it out all over the gym floor, right? But then he starts throwing up, okay? and I make eye contact with him because he looks up at me and he looked like a sad, depressed, hurt puppy. You know those puppies in those commercials that's like, save a loved one, pay X amount of money a month to help puppies in danger. That's what he looked like, okay? So weak and shit. And then he looked up at me, and I remember I winked at him. I'll never forget. I never felt like a main. This is the most in my life. I've never felt like so much of a main character. Like I actually felt like I was the shit in this moment. I winked at his ass. I winked at him. And then later on, she tried to snitch on me and get me all in trouble and shit. And then like my gym coach, the one that said like I should punch him, because there was 4 gym coaches and each gym coach had like a section. And the one that was my section that was trying to get me to punch him, or like was like, if you fight him, I'll cover for you, essentially told the principal and everyone when they, because in my school, if you got bullied or a bully did something, they would all bring you into this like office with the bully, with you, and like a principal, a staff member, and whatever teacher was in that room, and they'd interrogate your ass. Okay. And so I was like, so that's what they did. And my fucking coach was such a G. He was like, well, because you know I got mad health issues. The school knew that I had accommodations. He was like, well, he had to pee in this bottle at this time of the day after, you know, doing anything like this because he needed to provide a sample for like medical testing. And I was like, yeah, that's what he lied. Is the lie he came up with for me. And that's what I said. So I got away with that shit.